you are. It's about time somebody normal stopped by. There I was, minding my own business, when this spooky lady wearing an unnecessarily large hat comes bursting out of the water and says she has a book for me. Is there anyone around here who doesn't just appear and disappear whenever they feel like it? Okay, now I know you're all doing it on purpose.
If Bell has brought word to us from Melee, then Guybrush must be ready to depart. I shall reopen a path to the Sea of the Damned, so that you may join him on his journey to Monkey Island and face LeChuck together. I must confess, even I did not truly believe such a place really existed. But memory or no, tales of the power Monkey Island conceals should be taken most seriously.
Threepwood may be a scrawny dope, but he's beaten LeChuck before. Do we really need to worry?
The Sword of Souls is a formidable weapon. It was created to release captive spirits. But when fully reforged as the Burning Blade, it will grant LeChuck the power to enslave them.
I knew I shouldn't have asked. Well, what are we waiting for?
Indeed. We have come too far to abandon Guybrush now. Use his memoirs to guide you, and make sure LeChuck never gets a chance to wield the Burning Blade. Captain Capsize and I must attend to a mission of our own.
You've got his memoirs. Now get through that archway and help Threepwood. He'll almost certainly need it.
right, here we go. I hope I can remember how to do this. A little heavy on the brimstone there, Chef. Ahoy there! We're about to make sail for Monkey Island. Stay close to the Black Pearl so we don't get separated. Ready, Mr. Mancomb? Deploy the cinnamon in 3, 2...
Cinnamon Incorporated, Captain.
Prepare the chicken. No, the rubber chicken.
Avian ascension apparatus added.
And be ready with the mince.
Belay that we're fresh out.
What? Already?
'Twas Spiffy what had the last of 'em, Captain. Done his breath of power good.
We'll find something.
What about these?
Those look like cucumbers. Ugh, pickled cucumbers.
I found about 30 jars in the captain's quarters. But they're green, and they grow outdoors, so I reckon...
Why would anyone keep... Oh, the heck with it. Throw it all in the pot.
Reckless recipe replacements reducing, sir. Should be ready any moment.
Monkey Island. I'm coming, Elaine. Full speed ahead, Mr. Cobb. Show me what the Black Pearl can really do.
Aye.
Hey, you! Stay out of the kitchen! Sorry, force of habit. Hey, but don't touch the cooking pot. One spoonful's enough to blow your brains right out of your ears. Guybrush asked if he could borrow my cooking pot. He said that brewing a special recipe is the only way to reach Monkey Island. You need squid ink, cinnamon, zinc oxide, monkey blood. It's a very delicate and sophisticated task. Mancomb turned out to be a natural. Maybe he should be my new assistant chef. Nope, that cooking pot's been in the family for 5 generations. There's no way I'm leaving it unguarded in a place like this. And hey, isn't stopping LeChuck supposed to be your job? Sure is. I always thought Monkey Island would be, small and cute, like a monkey. But it's actually giant and scary, like a chimp. You should start by finding Guybrush. He knows his way around. Or you could ask the old hermit guy over at the South Beach. If you can find a rowboat, you might have an easier time getting around. Sorry, but everything went into the cooking pot. You'll have to find your own food. Deep, dark caves are a good way to keep things fresh.
Aye. 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 I'd say it greatly increases the dramatic tension by promising a fateful encounter between an iconic hero and villain in an unforgettable locale. By presenting such a marked visual juxtaposition to Melee Island, that sense of the familiar is replaced with an uncanny feeling of dread. Furthermore, the tonal dissonance created when such an idyllic location is framed as your final, and thus logically most challenging destination, should not be underestimated. The serenity and almost total lack of human interaction can only serve to heighten the sense of awe and wonder as you rely on your own spatial awareness to progress. He's by the big monkey head in the jungle. Good luck. So, you found your way along in our wake. Welcome to Monkey Island. We are now. See, folks weren't best pleased to learn they'd been beguiled, nor that the legend of Monkey Island was so much bilge water. Guybrush tried to set things right, but a lot of people weren't happy, and very few believed him when he said LeChuck was behind the whole thing. Treasure, and lots of it. After apologizing, pleading, and persuading didn't work, Guybrush remembered that pirates can be quite amenable to bribery. There's a fair chunk of the governor's treasury waiting for me back on Melee Island. Enough to settle my sizable tab at the scum bar. Until then, I'll be the most loyal shipmate you've ever seen. There's no need to phrase that so accusingly. Guybrush was quite intent on paying for his passage, but after hunting high and low, Stan was nowhere to be seen. Therefore, we invoked a unilateral Residents of Melee Association proclamation and availed ourselves of nearby assets for the good of the community. Well, if you ask me, it's Stan who's the real crook in all of this. Turns out that this isn't even the genuine article. The paint comes right off. I suppose the real Black Pearl must be off on some grand adventure of her own, though I doubt she'll find stranger tides than these. The lad jumped overboard as soon as we reached the shallows and raced off into the jungle, and the pooch went after him like a bolt of lightning. He was yelling about a gigantic stone monkey head near here. Supposedly it's a secret entrance to somewhere or other. Sounds like it'd be hard to miss.
Only that you should watch where you tread. Supposedly, there's an old castaway living around here with a fondness for setting traps. I spied their camp on the southern beach as we were sailing by. They're sure to know plenty about the island, assuming they're not completely cracked by now. Happy though I was to accompany Guybrush on his journey, in exchange for generous remuneration, of course, the rest is up to him. I'll not be getting myself into a fight with LeChuck, nor his crew, for the sake of Guybrush. Money's no good if you're too dead to spend it. Aye, that we are. It's been too long since I got to work on my tan. But don't let us stop you from exploring, putting yourself in mortal peril and so on. Stop by again and let us know how you get on.
Well, hello there. Nice having a chance to talk with somebody civilized. It's been a while. I said I was the only civilized person, not the only one. LeChuck and his crew showed up a while back, but civil they are not. And you know what's worse? All those other new ghosts and ghouls saying they're from some Sea of the Damned or some such thing. Sea of the Extremely Rude, that's what I call it. They've been stampeding all over Monkey Island, making off with whatever they fancy, and wreaking havoc with the ancient monkey idols. Things got so bad, the island's inhabitants decided to leave. The northern shores are deserted now. Part of Monkey Island's heritage, its soul, scuffed out. Such a shame. Well, at least now they won't be stealing my precious rowboat oars. I've had to hide them, along with just about everything else I own. It's a disgrace, that's what it is. Hey, now, you stay away from there. That's my new base of operations. Well, it will be when I get it finished, now that I've finally got the materials. See, a young clown named Driftweed happened along and started to mess around with my primitive art up on the cliffside. Hey, I wouldn't expect you to appreciate my work any more than Driftweed did. That idiot even managed to scuttle his own ship with it. Hubris ultimately leads to calamity, I suppose. It's a metaphor for life, just like all art. Yes, very deep, very meaningful. Anyway, I've been salvaging the wreck of the sea monkey and using it to build myself a real home. A place folks like you can't just wander inside. Oh, I don't think I could bear the loneliness out at sea. I may not like it when folks mess with my art, but at least it gives me someone to yell at. Got yourself a death wish, eh? Well, too bad. The island's inhabitants returned their cotton swab key to its hiding place before they left. I suppose they thought they were doing visitors a favor by keeping them away from LeChuck, but it just meant more trouble for me. I had to find space near here for a secret stash where rampaging pirates, the sun, and a dreaded monkey can't spoil my supplies. Who are you, my echo? Yes, they hid it. And no, I don't know where. It's probably something monkey-related. Most things around here are. Ah, but who cares? I've got my own possessions to worry about. It's all because of that thieving monkey. He's developed a real taste for my chilled banana soup and makes off with whatever he can get his paws on. I must have used up half a driftweed ship to make them. So far, he's always slipped past me and gotten away scot-free. It wouldn't be so bad, but I keep having to reset the traps whenever pirates go blundering into them. Makes me wonder why I bother. You keep your hands and your stomach away from my belongings. I said no. Now get out of here. I'm sure you've got pressing business to attend to.